Jim. So this is my project Code-based archaeologist. What code-based archaeologist does basically is it helps developers explain historic commits in a code base. So one of the common issues we have as developers when working on a large code base is trying to understand the project from its commit. You see 5,000 to 8 mean a lot of commits in a code base, and sometimes it's quite difficult for us to really understand the reason behind certain commits. Would see commits just like this. If you run the command like this, git log online double flag all, you'd see commits like this. So it's quite complicated to really understand why this commit was done on this particular day. Add missing public configuration. What exactly does this mean? If you want to be effective in contributing to a code base, you need to understand the reason behind all the commits. So this is quite very ambiguous, and it takes a lot of time going through tons of commits, trying to understand the history behind each of the commits. Now, this is where code-based archaeologists come in. Code-based archaeology is an AI agent that helps you, um, that goes through your history, checks the bulk as a result of the commit you've done within a code base, and gives an historic description as to why certain commits were done. It saves you a lot of time to really wrap your head around trying to understand why certain commits were done. So the AI itself help describes why certain commits are being done. It shortens your trying to understand why a commit is done. So this is a quick demo as to knowing how a commit is done. The first thing is you have your GitHub. The GitHub you want to use our AI agent, and the next thing you do is you copy our AI agent script inside of your folder. You run this command inside of your folder to have the code based archaeologist agent within your folder, and you add, you commit, and you push back to your GitLab. So what you're doing is you're making the AI agent part of your repo. So when you do that, you're going to have your GitLab DAO chart. This GitLab DAO chart, you prompt GitLab DAO chart. So for if you have these kinds of commits here from your manual prompting, you just type why is add missing publish configured here, and it's going to describe the reason why this is present. But because we our GitLab DAO chart is not available at the moment, and which will have instances where developers will have such moments where GitLab DAO chat is yet to be activated in their GitLab. The next thing you do is I can show you how this is tested manually in my code base. Um, yes. So, but before I do that, you can see how this is being done. When you prompt, you ask questions and it will return back with this template. Why is this time out set to 4,000, 7,000, 47,000? And you see the feedbacks returned to you. But if we have Git DAO not activated, this is what we'll do to manually set this up. So to manually have this running, this is what we're going to do. I have my GitLab, my code base archaeology script installed here. So this is what I'm just going to do. I'm going to echo so that you know that this is literally happening. Yeah, so there's an echoing. Show your solution in 2 minutes. Let me do this again so that we see that this is reoccurring as it should. Yeah, so basically this is what it does. GitLab DAO chart helps us understand the commits in a repo, gives us the historic history behind why certain commits were done. Yeah, thank you.